Director of Parks and Rec, Mr. John Burch, up on the show, and he's also on the Board of Education. Good morning, Mr. Burch.
Hi, good morning, Chris.
So I guess first of all, I want
to apologize on behalf of Jason for making that comment.
I don't know what he's smoking over there, but whatever it is, it's probably legal now. Mr. Burch, so I wanted to just ask, the parks, the beaches, closed. DPR staff, are you guys like going around checking on this, or what's the situation with that? Because the governor had made that development in her latest executive order that parks and beaches closed.
Yes, I'm aware of that. The governor's executive order 2020-05. Yes, I'll clarify for you. Yes, the beaches are closed. The beaches and parks are closed. And this was done in an effort to discourage large gatherings with the intent of basically slowing down the spread of the COVID-19 as it threatens to overtake our island's healthcare, which some experts estimate will be sometime next week.
Right.
I mean, you're aware, and we're all aware, we have a limited supply of physicians, nurses, and currently supplies of the basics, even the PPEs like gloves and face masks. So now, though, with the closure, this does not restrict the use of the parks and beaches by individuals or couples, such as those who want to beach walk or swim. We understand that many of us, after spending several days cooped up in our homes, many of us would experience what we might call cabin fever and feel the need to just get out of the house. If that is the case with you, we're asking you to please use your best judgment, practice social distancing, limit your contact with others. Because on Guam, most of us have large families consisting of many family units, and a small family get-together could easily exceed over 50 people.
Easily.
And to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, we're recommending strongly that you limit any family gathering to just your immediate family members or that single unit. Now, as far as I know, the governor has not officially reduced the size of gatherings to 10 people like the president has, but I've been informed that if GPD sees a gathering of 10 or more people, they will investigate, and most likely they will ask the group to disperse.
Right.
And the closures of the beaches and parks only affect the beaches and parks that are under the control of the government of Guam. They do not affect federal beaches and parks.
Right.
So
let me ask you something, John.
Yeah.
EPAN First Beach, I don't know if that's in you guys' inventory, but driving by there Sunday, I see 5-6 people swimming. I mean, is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. We're recommending people practice social distancing, which they say is about 6 feet. So 5 or 6 people, the police won't stop by. They won't interfere with you. Many people need to get out of their homes. We ask everyone to for the most part, please stay home.
Right.
We have limited healthcare professionals and supplies, and staying home is crucial to limiting the spread of the coronavirus. And so we can't emphasize enough how important it is for us to limit our social contact. And so we're just asking the people out there to help us to help you use your better judgment, and by all means, practice social distancing. Stay home by all means. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and your family. But if you feel like going out to the beach and the parks, as long as you keep the group small, like singles or couples, and you play safe, then it's fine. So yes, I don't see anyone interfering with you if you go out and follow those type of rules. We do have our lifeguards that are out there. They're basically patrolling and keeping track, and if they do see large numbers of people, then they will, of course, inform the authorities, most likely Homeland Security and the Guam Police. And the same with GVV. They have their visitor safety officers. They're doing the same thing. So we do have people out there monitoring the beaches. Plus, GPD does monitor and rove around them during the evening hours when these other people are not on duty.
John, do you worry at all that it's a little bit of a mixed message when we have the parks and beaches being closed, but then there's that kind of and I understand people are going to do what they're going to do, and that we want them to be able to go outside, but I feel like on the one hand we're saying it's closed, but then on the other hand we're like, 5 to 6 people, 6 feet apart. not closed. It's okay.
Yes, because what we found was on the weekend, like you said, there was a whole bunch of people. I went around checking personally myself, and I saw some areas where they had a lot of people, having parties. To them, it's like a start of a spring break. So
Right.
we had to close them down and close some of the gates in the more used areas, more used beaches. But we also realize there are people that are following the rules and are protecting themselves and their families. And you have one or two people out there. Where are you going to go? As long as you're not holding on to handrails or carts or
Right.
things like that, then you're fine. And if you're out in the open area, on the beach in the sand or in the parks, not touching any of the what do you call it, the park equipment there, then you're pretty safe. But we don't. But if you do have a lot of people out there and you're in contact with them, then definitely you're going to be spreading the virus.
Right.
But for the most part, we're encouraging people to please stay home,
Right,
not
yeah.
go out. We're saying that, for those, we have some people that they just can't keep still. So we're saying, okay, if you're one of that
Get
group
too fun.
and you want to take a big chance, try to protect the rest of us and limit very much your social contacts out there.
You know what worries me, John, is you're going to get one of these knuckleheads. They think everything's cool. They're going to go to the beach, and they're going to get swept over the reef, and then we got to activate half a GFD when they should be
Yes.
out there, worrying about COVID-19.
Yes.
That's
And
why I
that's
feel
not
like
something-
we're just going to close the parks and the beaches. You know what? Let's just close it. You guys want to get sun? Go in your backyard.
That might happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
Right.
the way we're going after looking at things that have occurred elsewhere in the states and
Right.
in other countries, things are slowly being shut down, and they're being shut down in what we see like in increments, right? And it's getting more and more severe as more cases pop up. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next order that might come out, or something might be coming out down the pipeline. But as of today, that's where we stand. I hate to see that we get to that point, but it looks like if things don't stop, or if we can't blunt or stop the spread of the virus, that this is something that eventually will occur on our island. And we live on an island. We should be able to stop this pretty much. We should be able to close things down real fast. And that's a call being made upper levels with the health professionals that are giving directions to us to carry out. So I'm just making sure that the personnel I have working for DPR are safe, and that they're doing the best that they can out there. So we do have people out there, because DPR is what they call one of the semi-essential agencies. We have park rangers that have been assigned over to GPD, and we have people taking care of our parks, maintaining, because some people are still going out there. Not just regular folks. We have other people that basically live in the parks overnight, and they trash it. So I have to have people out there picking the trash to prevent any other kind of spread of any other type of viruses. And so we have those people that are on duty right now, monitoring the parks and maintaining them, and any other area that we have control over. So I see where you're coming from, and I just hope we don't reach that point where we do 100% shutdown like they've done in Italy, where people are mandated to stay home and only allowed outside if they have certain passes or paperwork that they filled out. I hope we don't get to that point, but if we can't stop this, I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually reaches that.
Well, thank you so much, John Burch. We got a run. There was an address from the governor that we're going to try and get out here. Thank you, John.
Well, thank you.
Take care. Be safe.
Of course.
You too. You guys take care, be safe, and encourage everyone to please stay home.
You got it. John Burch, he's the acting director of Parks and Rec. Also on the education board. Maybe next time we talk to him, we'll get him to put on his education board hat. But the governor did make an update this morning, so we
Her morning message.
Want to play this up for you guys here. I'll just play this for you guys here right now.
Good morning.